installment number 5 of Brimming Over. It's the Quiet Grace line of Kim Diehl's fabrics. We're doing a great sew along, and I hope you're sewing along with me. If not, maybe today is a good day to start. So let's get right into installment 5. As always, please get your fabrics organized. I've given you a great cheat sheet to cut, and I actually gave you a bonus cheat sheet of number 6. So you can cut number 5 and number 6 out at the same time. But we'll get to that in a little bit. Let's just talk about number 5 right now. So after you get everything cut and organized and laid out so that you have it all handy and ready to go, I think you can probably look at it by now and say, I don't really need a lot of directions. But I will warn you that please follow the directions carefully for the basket. This part of the basket, I nearly lost my religion over, and I was very confused. But if you just take it step by step, read it one step at a time, and don't read forward, it's not hard to do. It's nothing more than, of course, this is a larger piece with the squares flipped over once you get this piece done. But it's nothing more than a long rectangle with a square at the end, cut at the proper angle, and flying geese. I will tell you, I can't imagine, if you are following along with me, that we are not all super duper mega pros at flying geese right now. I feel like this quilt that I'm doing, this project, has more flying geese than any project I have ever done. And it's not all just flying geese. It's not all just this. You know, you need to make the flying geese for inside of the basket. There's lots of flying geese that go into the star blocks. So we are flying geese ready. We could do a flying geese competition and win it. So anyway, that is what I want to warn you about, is the basket. One step at a time. Don't read forward, and just take it at face value and think it through. I think you can do it. We have some filler blocks this time, the half square triangles, and of course the flying geese. She likes to fill in with these whirly birds, these little whirly things, and pinwheels. And make sure all your pinwheels are going the same way. I just lay the first one out that I do, and then I just follow along with the rest of them. We're good at checkerboard blocks. We've been getting a lot of those, and I kind of like these. These go together real quick, and I think it's very interesting how she's doing these partial stars. Now there's another one of the installments that of course will butt up against this, and there's the other part of the star, and it's really kind of a fun little way to put it together. So this one's very easy. We've already done one of these plus sign blocks, I think in probably installment 1. We've done all of these techniques before, but I just want you to be careful with doing this technique. When you get this all done, I wrote in my little video, or my little email that I'm sending along with this video, probably time to clean your sewing room. I don't know about you, but I found more pins and pencils on the floor. I found a ruler I had been looking for. I found my favorite little pair of scissors. I don't know what I must have done, but it made a mess in my sewing room, and 10,000 pieces of thread. So I'm giving you a big old go clean your sewing room, because this project made it a mess, and I cleaned mine. Anyway, so once you get this done, if you want to go ahead and look forward to installment 6, it's going to show you how to put the whole middle together. Now, about installment 6, when I did cut out installment 5, I went ahead and cut out installment 6. If you look ahead at the cheat sheet for cutting for installment 6, it is a one piece from every different fabric. You're going to cut every single fabric, except for you won't be cutting any more of the background, the neutrals, the cream colored ones, these ones. You're not going to be using them at all in installment 6. So my advice to you is, when you are doing installment 5, I cut a 5-inch square and I cut a 5" by 6" rectangle out of every single fabric, and I put them aside and just kind of lined them up on top of each other. The 5" square, if you cut it in fours, you're going to yield 4 2.5" squares, and you're going to need that for the border. And then the 5 by 6 will yield you 6 1.5 by 2.5" rectangles, and you're also going to need them for the border. So if you just want to cut those two things and put them aside, put them in a nice pile of the 5 by 6s and then the 5 by 5s, and just leave them until you're ready to do installment 6. You'll thank me later. Anyway, once again, this was a fun little project. It took me a little while just because I was fussing over this. I do my applique by hand, so my basket handle as well as my leaves were appliqued in the same style, the same technique that I did in the other installments. So I think that's about it for installment number 5. I bet you're getting anxious to see it all put together. I can't wait. And I will be back for installment 6 and then a big reveal. Until then, this is Mary Jean. Thank you for joining me.